automate, and dominate. I am so excited about this session today. Been thinking all day about this, knowing exactly what this can do for people and how it can help. But I first want to start by introducing my co-host for the event today. With me in the studio today is James Shockley. James is the founder and CEO of Marketing Mate. He is a marketing and automation expert. James has worked with hundreds of clients across the world in over 15 different niches in regards to how to capture, nurture, and generate business through automation. So I'm excited to have him in the studio with me today to be able to go through and review Marketing Mate. My name is Joe Beck with The Sales Activist, and my co-host today is James Shockley, and we are super excited. So let's jump right in. So no matter who you are, if you're on this live, there's probably a really good chance that you are an entrepreneur or somebody that works in entrepreneurial circles. So we wanted to start today's event with talking about the entrepreneur's dilemma. And tell me if this sounds familiar to any of you. When you're an entrepreneur, you're constantly scrambling, struggling, trying to gather information, data, you're juggling technology, budget, and most importantly, the one thing you're juggling the most is time. You're constantly juggling efficiency, how to do things more efficiently, how to be able to get things done in a way that is most efficient without losing any momentum. And it's just the constant struggle of an entrepreneur juggling those three things: technology, budget, and most importantly, efficiency. And you should be excited about being here today, because today we're going to talk about how you can put all of those things together in one single platform and get massive results by consolidating, automating, and dominating your industry. So let's talk about a little bit about consolidation. Let's talk about what the typical entrepreneur deals with. And I look at this slide and I'm kind of reminded of this. As an entrepreneur, you have to have a lot of different things sometimes to be able to run your business, right? You need to have like a CRM or something to be able to capture data and leads and prospect information. And that could run anywhere from $100 a month to $250 a month, depending upon how robust of a system you get. Along the way, you want to have a funnel builder. You want to have something that builds funnels or websites or landing pages, things to be able to, capture data and information for your business. And depending upon what degree of a funnel builder you go with, that might be $100 a month or as much as $350 for some of the robust funnel systems that are out there. And now, more than ever before, people know that texting and SMS is one of the ideal ways to be able to reach people. So incorporating SMS technology into what you do really has to be something that you're focused on as well. And that can cost you anywhere from $100 to $150 a month on top of those other things. And then if you're doing anything with content, if you're creating courses or training materials or trying to put some relevant content and data out there for people in an easy format, maybe you need course storage. Maybe you built a training or an online course and you're trying to put it all together and share it with people, and you need some place to store that. Well, guess what? That can cost you $100 to $200 a month just for storing that course information somewhere. And then there's calendar technology. I don't know about you, but I've been operating off of multiple different calendar technologies. One platform is doing this, another one is doing that. You need calendar technology to be able to efficiently schedule appointments and to be able to actually have everything in one place that it's all synced together. And that technology can run anywhere from $25 to $100 a month. And these are just some of them. There's probably a lot of other things that you could add to this list as an entrepreneur that cost you money each and every month. And the challenge is not only do they cost you money, but now you've got to make it all work. You've got to make it all work together. You've got to get it all synced up. The challenge of making it all work together is one of the biggest challenges out there. I know as an entrepreneur, one of my biggest failings is that I struggle getting all of these things synced together. But that struggle is over. I've been fortunate because I found Marketing Mate with James and what he's doing to help entrepreneurs and business owners put all this stuff together and not only consolidate and save money, but automate a lot of what it is that you need to do in your business to be able to move things forward. And I'm so excited as we move forward into this because James is going to take some time today to be able to demo Marketing Mate and show you specifically what Marketing Mate can do. So rather than spend a lot of time talking about it, let's show it to you. So I want to bring James right in. James, how you doing today? It's a pleasure having you with us. Let me just real quick, before we get into the demo, I want to cover one specific thing. If there are any questions, please don't hesitate. Just put them right in the chat. We'll be monitoring the chat to be able to see what questions come in. We're happy to answer any of them at the tail end of the demo to make sure that we get you the answers that you need. If not, we will get those answers for you. And for you to be able to best see the screen during the demo, I highly recommend when James starts doing the demo that you go into full screen mode so you can see everything that is going on in the screen. You don't want to miss it. So I want to turn things over to James Shockley, founder of Marketing Mate, and let James show you exactly what Marketing Mate is all about. James, how you doing?
I'm good, Joe. Thank you, man. Thank you for going over all of that. It's great to be here with everyone.
You're very welcome.
Yeah. Thank you
You're
for
very
everyone
welcome.
who
The
joined
floor
us
is yours.
here. Thank you. So let's kick it off. Joe, can you do me a favor and fill out the form, please? So what Joe is about to do and what we're about to show you is an example of a text message automation. Now, you may have a a website form or a calendar form where someone submits their information to you, and what will happen is our automated response system will actually converse with them and learn about them. So Joe, go ahead and submit the form and let me know when you do. And while we wait for Joe to do, yeah, there we go. All right, so Joe just got his first text message. Hi, Joe, this is Nate, your Marketing Mate. Nate is our digital assistant. We like to name them for some of the clients. So, Joe, why don't you go ahead and just, talk with Nate for me. Just, reply yes or sure, something like that. All right, great. So now Nate is going to ask Joe, great, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you with your current CRM operational system? We're going to do 1 through 10. Now, this is a pure vetting question, okay? Because a lot of us, we might get some leads off our website. Maybe we're running some ads, and it's tough because sometimes those might waste your time, and you don't really want to be on the phone with them because they're poorly qualified prospects, right? So now we just asked him, okay, got it. Can you tell me a little bit more about your business? So we're going to get a little bit more detail from Joe. Again, we're not asking too many questions here. We're simply just, 1 to 2 questions here. So go ahead, Joe. All right, great. So I operate a sales coaching business. Awesome. So now all we have to do, we go into our notes and boom, there's all of our information right there, nice and organized for us. So we don't have to go up and down on the conversation, see what he's saying. The system is automatically tagging him and his responses. Now, another great feature of this is now I can go into our system and I can type in a 1, and I can see all the people that rated themselves a 1 through the text messaging. Okay, so as you can see here, Joe rated himself as a 1 down here, and we can again go into his notes and see all of our information. Now, here's another great feature, and Joe, you can pause right now on texting because we'll kind of go into the next features here. But if Joe were to continue on, an AI bot has actually just taken over the conversation and is about to book an appointment with Joe for myself. So it's literally going to coordinate with Joe on a day that's available in my calendar and that works for him. So now if we'll pause there right now for a second, Joe, because we'll go into the pipeline. So, you get a calendar invite, but that goes into your one calendar system. But then you have to manually put it into your CRM system, or maybe you have to figure out through a Zapier link, and it's sometimes confusing. Not with us. It goes right into your very own CRM system. So I can see Joe's information all right here, click his notes, see everything. Now, if he were to have continued on and book a call, his card would have automatically moved to book call. Now, great. Let's say we get onto the call, or right before the call, I actually will get reminders, and so will Joe. So we will set up automated reminders in which you'll be sent all of that person's information. You get sent the Zoom link, and we create a taking form for you. So, sometimes before you get onto a call, you might be fumbling around. You're not on the platform, and you got to type in the platform name. You got to click and click, 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 and then you're taking notes. But sometimes that's too late, right? And it's not part of your daily routine. But what is part of your daily routine is receiving text and email notifications. So why not send you a notification a minute before a call with all of their information? All you got to do is copy and paste their phone number or email, doesn't matter. And you can take your notes, and we're going to say, I am taking notes on the webinar. And I can, add custom forms here, drop downs, things like that. Joe, he didn't have a CRM before we met. I click submit, and boom, we can go back into Joe's information, see his notes, and I can see all of the information I just took on notes on Joe. So again, I'm taking notes on the webinar. I just took those notes 2 seconds ago. So those are the reminders and the note-taking abilities. Now, say Joe, for some reason, missed the call. All I need to do is drag and drop Joe's card to no-show, and he's going to get a text saying, hey, Joe, would you like to reschedule? I noticed you weren't able to make the call. Now, what that example is now we can automate manual conversation throughout a flow or a process, right? So through my sales process, I have book call, I have no show, I have follow up, and one and close. So for example, if he maybe did get on the call and was like, yeah, James, follow up with me in 2 days, and maybe we'll be able to touch base again. Okay, great. All I need to do is drag and drop his card to 48 follow up. And there's two things that could happen. It's up to you. It can either email you a reminder to follow up with him manually, or we can set up an automated follow-up directly to him. Doesn't matter, however you would like to do it. And then it'll automatically follow up. So that is the essence of what we can do with the platform. Now, again, keep in mind, we can go into our conversations and we can type anything we'd like. So I can message Joe and I can say, hey, Joe, or I could email Joe. Or let's say we wanted to link your Instagram or Facebook. We can link all of those social medias to this platform, and we can even set up social media automations where someone can DM you a specific trigger word. So on the topic of trigger words, right? Trigger words can do a lot for your business, right? So for example, I can text myself the word support. I can text my phone number the word support. And as you can see here, I did it earlier, but what will happen is it'll create a support drop-down menu for us right there, right? And I can reply A, and I can submit a support ticket exactly to how I want to in my system. So even your customer support is automated through this system. Or as you see here, I replied about, and someone receives all of my information. They get my title, my name, my email, my website, how you can book a call with me, my LinkedIn, or they can reply the word call, and it will actually trigger my AI bot to book an entire call with me. Okay, so those are, I'd say, about 80 to 90% of our features right there, and I want to show you guys two more, okay? So again, like I said, we will create your calendar, right? So no more do you need to have other calendar links. We'll create a custom calendar for you. We base it on how many minutes you want in your calendar, and we'll link it up with your current Google or Outlook calendar. Now, another automation we can do is review requests. So this is an example. This is actually my dad's catering company. For example, they want either a Google review, a Wedding Wire review, or the Knot review. By simply clicking on which one they want, it will trigger a specific automation to the person and ask them for that specific type of review. So again, within your forms, by clicking a drop down and selecting which one you want, it can actually automatically trigger a specific automation that you want to have happen based off of that form interaction. So all of this is built custom to your business. That is the most important part about what Marketing Mate does, is we custom build everything to exactly what your business needs. we have built a very robust way of blueprinting these automations, from the emails that get sent to the text messages that are sent to how the workflows all flow and to where everything goes into the system and how it's tagged and organized. All you have to do, we get onto an onboarding call, we review the blueprint, you give me the okay, we go ahead and do no code development, which means it's affordable and it's cheaper than all those other platforms Joe just showed combined, and it's cheaper than all of that, plus they all talk to each other. Now, because it's no code, it takes about a week to build. We test, review, you give us the approval, we train you exactly on how to use the system, because we want you to use this system. We want this to become the solution that you use on a day-to-day basis. Now, not to forget, you will actually be able to download an app on your phone where you'll be able to text and call people from the system on the phone number we provide you, just how you would text and call anyone else on your phone. So again, this is a system that is non-intrusive to your day-to-day life, because you're already texting, you're already making phone calls, and you're already on your email. And that's the power of Marketing Mate, and what we really like to accomplish with our technology and our system.
Wow, James, great stuff. There were a couple of questions that came in while you were presenting the demo, and if you don't mind, I'd like to just cover them and ask them for you on behalf of the audience. So the first question
Yeah.
that came in, James, the first question that came in was, how much are you able to automate with all of these different component pieces between the SMS, the scheduling? How much can you actually automate?
It's really sky's the limit. It's, the beauty of what we've developed is it kind of unlocks this new realm of potential in your brain where, I show a few automations, but then it starts to trigger some new ideas inside of your head. If you can think of it, odds are we can automate it.
Oh, great. That's awesome. The second question that we got here was, could you explain a little bit more about the calendar functionality and being able to automate the calendar process and getting people scheduled for appointments?
Yeah, definitely. So once we set up your calendar, all you have to do, I like to make it like your name and maybe your domain. So we create a custom subdomain for you, so you'll always be able to remember it. You send it out, people can book, and we can set up, a specific form to how you want. Now, let's say you want to know, you meet people 10 different places, right? What we can do is, how did you meet? How did we meet, right? And you have LinkedIn, you have networking, so on. If they click LinkedIn, then the system will auto tag that they came from LinkedIn. So you'll always be able to sort for all the people you met through LinkedIn. Also, it will then trigger all of the reminder sequences. So it will text and email the person you're meeting with reminders. And then, like I said, it will text you and email all of their information prior to the call, reminding you to get on a call. One of the great automations that I personally love myself is the minute before a call automation, because we all get, bogged down in our work, or we get in the zone and and you look up and you have a meeting at 11:30 and all of a sudden it's 11:35. You're like, oh shoot, I should have been on. What this does is it does a little alert for you. Just say, hey, get on your call. Here's all of your information. Here's the Zoom link. Here's your note link. Boom, bang, and you're on the notes and you're on the Zoom. Super seamless. Once they're off and you click the submit, it sends them a thank you text. Again, that little extra part of human interaction that people appreciate could go a long way for you and your business.
Wow. Yeah, that's absolutely true. So the next question we have is, about CRMs. How does the information get into the CRM when you're working with a client? Like, what are the different ways that the information hits the CRM?
It can really be any way in which you meet a lead or prospect, right? And that was what we really try to accomplish, is you meet people through your website, through social media, through your calendar. Maybe you meet someone at a coffee shop, right? We will build specific automations, right? So if someone comes in on your website, they'll come into your pipeline as a new lead. If someone comes into your calendar and they come in as a new lead. If you're at a coffee shop and you hand someone your business card, you can put on your business card, text the word call to book a call. And if they text the word call, The AI bot will ask them for their name, it'll ask them for their email, and then it'll book the call for you automatically without you having to do a single thing. And then it'll come into your pipeline as well. So there's multiple different ways. Any way in which you meet a lead, physical or digital, we can bring them into the CRM without you having to input them.
Wow. So you can basically automate that nurturing aspect of that initial meeting up until the point of an appointment, right?
Exactly. And we can vet them
Wow.
too. So for example, I could text you, let's say I'm a clothing company, right? And I could text you and I could say, Joe, what's your favorite color, red or blue? And you say blue. The system will tag that you like blue. So now I can go in and I can type in blue in my contacts, find all the 100 people that like blue, click one button, and I can type out a message and say, hey, Joe, we have a new 20% off coupon for a blue t-shirt. Would you like to be sent that coupon? If you reply yes, the automation sends you a coupon, but it's specifically for this blue t-shirt. So it's providing a tailored experience for your prospect and customer, where people feel as if they are being cared for and they are being looked out for from your brand because you're custom and personalizing your offer to them.
Wow, that's so powerful. And that kind of leads into one of the other questions here. How many different ways can you tailor it or customize it to an individual business?
Really, any way you needed to. If you want, let's say you want to just get on a phone call with someone. If they come from your website, you're like, I don't care who I talk to, let's just book them. Okay, great, we'll book them. But let's say you say, James, I get 100 leads in a month, but half of them are bad. Okay, no worries. If they submit a form, we will text them, ask them 2 vetting questions. Hey, are you ready to make a
Mhm.
financial investment into this? Yes. Okay, great. Are you prepared to take action in the next 30 days? Yes. Okay, awesome. Here's our calendar link, right? But if you're not, then okay, maybe here's an article for you to read, or maybe reach out to us in 30 days when you are ready to take action, as we are super busy, right? So it really all depends on what your business needs. And that's why I spend the time to do an onboarding call with you, get to know you and your business and exactly what you need. I will never build something for you that will not directly impact your business. Because why would I do that? I want this system to work for you. I want you to use
Mhm.
it, and I want it to be able to help you and be your marketing mate.
Yep. So one of the things, and this isn't a question, but it's just an observation. One of the things that happens with technology, and it happens all the time, is some different type of technology or platform comes out, and people add it to what they're currently doing, but they never stop to really get everything working together. And what blew me away about Marketing Mate when I first started looking at it was not only was I able to, wrap my arms around everything that was going on technology wise because it was all in one place, it ended up saving money. It ended up saving money because it consolidated so many of those other individual platforms. And that's where the title Consolidate, Automate, and Dominate came from, because instead of spending my time chasing, figuring out how all these pieces work and spending more money for technology, it's now all in one place. It's easy to manage. It can be managed from my laptop or my phone, and I actually feel like I have complete control over that end of the business. And let me ask you, James, is that the typical experience for a Marketing Mate user? Is that what they typically see?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's once you start to use the system, and really the this system is only good for people that are bringing in over 10 new leads a month, okay? It is only going to be useful for you if you are constantly bringing in new contacts into your pipeline, into your Rolodex. Um, and once you start to use it and you start to text people and you start to email people and you start to see the convenience of it, you start to get hooked on it because it's
Hmm.
the best way to communicate. For example, you need 2 more minutes before a phone call, before a Zoom call, but you don't have the person's phone number, so you have to go in, find the invite, and you have to email them, but they might not see their email because not everyone looks at their email all the time. But most people look at their phone and text messages a lot more than email. Now, all you need to do is, oh, hey, I'm running late. You go onto your texting platform, you text them, hey, I need 2 more minutes, And 9 times out of 10, they say, okay, no worries. And you hop on in 2 minutes. So it's super easy.
And that's so true. And one more observation, I had the opportunity to use the Marketing Mate technology in going to a business event. And what was amazing about it was, as I'm walking around the event, I'm meeting people and I'm sharing, the short code word to be able to text to my number. And people were communicating with my Marketing Mate while I was walking around the event, and meetings were being scheduled before I even left the event. And it wasn't something that I was doing myself. I was doing something else. So I just found that to be so nice to be able to walk out of that event having booked appointments instead of just a stack of business cards or a whole bunch of contacts. I had booked appointments, and it wasn't something that I worked harder to do. And I thought that was so, so powerful. So we have one more question, James. And this is something that I think is relevant for everybody. Um, you know, for the list of things, the question is, for the list of the different individual technologies that are out there, are you able to incorporate all of the things that were on that original list? Can they all be built into Marketing Mate?
Yeah, 100%. And that's kind of what I really looked at. I really try to identify what are the core things people need. And here they are. You need a phone number. You need a way to text message people. You need a way to email people. You need a CRM. You need a way to take notes. And you need a way to organize your contacts, right? And then a few others. You need a calendar, obviously. By taking all of those and combining them into one and creating a package for them. Like, for example, all of my packages, you get exactly what I just said in those packages. It just depends on how many of them you'll get. And that's where I built the system around, is all the things that you really need are in there, because so many times there's all these platforms with 101 features. They do all of this, they do that, but I personally don't like it. It's confusing to me. And I consider myself pretty tech savvy. For someone that's not tech savvy, it can be so daunting and overwhelming that you get onto these systems and platforms and you're just like, whoa, I'm not even going to use 90% of this. And you don't. And then you end up wasting money. You use it for 3 months, or you pay for the subscription for 3 months. And you're like, oh, I'm never even going to use this. And you go back to square one. That's not how it's going to work with Marketing Mate, because it's custom
Yep.
tailored to you. It's built for you. It's like a tailored suit, right? And you're going to wear a tailored suit over some suit you got off the coat rack, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, James, this has been amazing. Let me just wrap up by saying that, you know, Marketing Mate certainly recognizes that every business is unique. There's certainly different nuances to every business that's out there. And the only way you can really know exactly what Marketing Mate can do for you and your business is by scheduling some time to do a real life demo with James and see specifically what the functionality might be able to do for you. And you can schedule that free demo just by going to the website meet.marketingmate.com. You can actually be able to schedule and book right there just by putting in your basic information, your name, your email, your business. You'll be able to jump on James's calendar to have a complimentary demo specific to your business, and you can see all the different things that Marketing Mate can do for you and your business. So, James, I just want to thank you for taking the time to be with us here today. This has been great. I'm even more of a believer. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid of Marketing Mate even more than I was before. Every time I hear this stuff, I'm blown away about how it can impact people and their businesses. So thank you so much for being here with us today. If you didn't catch this live, pay attention. Make sure you catch the recording. There's some great information in here. And to schedule that demo one more time, the web address is meet.marketingmate.com. This is Joe Beck and James Shockley with Marketing Mate, and we look forward to speaking with you. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys.